Alright, welcome to the Simply Alex channel. We have something brand new today, a little bit different, not so related. We've actually got physical sports cards from the Scottish Premier League and we're going to open them. If you didn't know, I actually started this kind of journey from physical sports cards, and then when I found out about SoRare, I was just all in on it because, you know, I'm a big crypto guy as well. But yeah, you know, it's not beyond me to get into physical sports cards. So when I found out there were Celtic autos and, you know, all of the SPL really, I thought, yeah, I'm going to get involved. I actually opened one off screen, so this is what we're looking for. I got lucky, I got a Celtic auto that obviously it's from all the different clubs in there. But yeah, that's basically what I'm hunting for today, and we'll go through all of the rest of the cards. Heads up, I'm not actually like an SPL buff or, you know, Scottish Premier League buff. I just kind of know Celtic, you know a little bit about Rangers, but, you know, ultimately, you know, I just follow Celtic, and yeah, we'll just get into it. Obviously, this is the first time I've done anything like this, so, you know, if for any reason it's awful or whatever, do let me know. Oh, we're off to a good start. So, Callum McGregor, the captain, is our first. Oh, and following it up, second card in, the SoRare hero himself, Tony Watt. So, yeah, it's a good start, but ultimately, we're looking for the auto. We're looking for, it's like parallels, so they just look slightly different. They can be numbered. But yeah, I guess we'll just sit, have a chat about everything else. So, a lot of you will know me from SoRare, and you know that's what, you know, I've ultimately just been making videos on. But before that, I had an Instagram account where, you know, I was just posting about, you know, physical cards. You know, half of them were Pokemon, half of them were sports cards, and ultimately grew into my SoRare. And we've hit another Celtic card, Niverton, fantastic. And then beyond that, Paul McGinn. I bet it's related to John McGinn. Right off the bat, the auto, Kyogo Furuhashi. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Oh, I am buzzing. Oh my, a lot of SoRare fans will know about this lad, but yeah, you know, he absolutely done wonders at Celtic, and you know, it was about 6 months before he got injured. Recently he's been injured, but basically now what we're doing is just sleeving the card up, making sure it's safe. This is the difficult part, actually. It will be a second, but yeah, you know, there it is. I don't think it's numbered. No, it's just a kind of base auto. I think they do have numbered autos, but I don't have any. But like I was saying, yeah, basically Kyogo has smashed the SPL since he's been there. I think he got to joint top scorer before his injury, and there they are. You just put them in basically sleeves and top loaders so that, you know, they're safe and they don't get damaged. That means if I want to grade them, which I might do for the autos, you know, they should hopefully get 10s, increase their value if I ever wanted to sell them. But, you know, since they're Celtic cards, that's obviously my team if you haven't worked out already. I don't think I'll be selling them. But yeah, I mean, to get that off the bat, you know, considering you can get any card from the Scottish League, right? To get not only my card, but one of my favourite players now. Like, I can't wait for him to be back. I said I think he'll get top scorer. I need to check what the stats are at the moment, because obviously, you know, he's going to struggle to get it if... oh my god. Greg Taylor, another one. Actually one of my least favourite Celtic players, just because, you know, left back and, you know, not as good as the other guys. But, you know, sorry Greg if you're watching, but, oh, fuck's sake. You know, don't want to get any Rangers players. Oh! Ex-Celtic captain just retired from football. Scott Brown, an absolute hero of the game. But, yeah, I mean, where'd you go from here, really? You just start on an absolute hype train. We get a signed Kyogo, and yeah, straight back into it. But anyway, like I was saying, if you ever wanted to grade cards, it basically keeps them encapsulated. I've got like some examples here, where it's basically like, you know, keeps them nice and secure, and then, you know, you can't really smash them or anything. Increases their value, and you can compare them to other cards. So this is a 10, and say this is a 6. And the scoring for PSA is out of 10, so, you know, it just means that basically everyone can compare them, you know what you're getting. Whereas if you get a raw one on eBay, Gary McCarthy, Stephen, whatever happened to him, eh? Ex-Celtic. Hate how they do. Oh, another Rangers card. Oh, we got our first parallel. Nicky Clark, have heard of him, don't really know a lot about him, but yeah, basically you can see here it's the 2 of 125, so it'll probably be some blue parallel or something, but you know, I'm not too well versed in sports cards. The reason for that is that I think basically that they're oversupplied, and a lot of people I think in the kind of community of physical cards agree with that, especially recently. Topps have been putting rookie card and everything, they're printing as many as they can, which makes sense, you know, they want to sell as much product as possible. But, you know, you do have to... Oh, here we go. Stephen Welsh, another Celtic lad. You know, we've absolutely smashed it so far. You know, our Celtic to Rangers ratio is absolutely brilliant. And the auto is Celtic. But, yeah, we'll crack on. Like I was saying, yeah, obviously, companies want to make as much money as possible. And we agree with that. But, you know, you have to have an air of collectability about it for long-term success. And that's one of the things that drew me to So Rare, is that it's actually like a fixed supply. You know, you can only get 100 rare cards a season. You can only get, you know, 1,000 limited cards a season. And why that's so great is that, you know, basically allows you to know what you're getting, and you can predict, you know, in 10 years' time, this is how many cards there'll be. If you need to split this amongst users, you know how many there's going to be. Whereas, say, like the Kyogo, I haven't put them fully in, but the Kyogo Auto now, because it's not, you know, numbered. I have absolutely no idea how many of them there are in the world and how rare that is. Whereas on something like So Rare and NFTs and all the rest of it, you do have a good idea. Kevin Nisbet, I think he's a bit of a player for Hibs, but you know, not someone I'm particularly after. I'll just sort out the cards. I should have really put them into stacks, but you know, we've hit a couple of big guns right from the jump, so not going to complain. And then, yeah, it's just... Because you have the Topps and Panini basically competing to see, you know, who's the best sports card brand of physical cards, that is, it gets a bit difficult because, you know, they're putting out the best cards they can, but they're competing with each other, so they're also doubling the supply. I hate Morelos. Absolute scumbag of a Rangers player. So yeah, it's just one of those supply issues where I don't really invest too heavily. I have actually got... say I don't invest too heavily. This is probably my best card from the sports card scene. It's Lionel Messi's. I think it's his first card ever made, but it's his second most expensive card. It's a Mundi Chromo, it's a PSA 7, which is pretty impressive, but it's not a 10. I couldn't afford it. This was about £1,000 when I bought it. I have no idea what it is now, but it's just a nice collectible to have, really. So, yeah, definitely something slightly different to the channel. Next up on the list that I want to get is Jota. Obviously a So Rare legend, scores points all the time, been ripping it up, the man from Portugal, but we are yet to see one. And also my favourite player of all time is Henrik Larsson. He is on the side of the box, so I know he is in there. I've just got to get him out, really. I haven't seen any of his face yet. So, right. There are obviously different rarities and stuff, like... would we have like a all-star for Kevin Nisbet? I think Scott Brown had something. Future stars, Karamoko Dembele. So this lad is the one to watch. You know, he's not in the Celtic team at the moment. I think he had almost like a season-long injury, but before that he was like the best prospect there was. He actually chose to go for the English national team, which was a bit annoying to, you know, Scotland fans and Celtic fans, but you know, I don't think it's taken away anything from his ability. He was, you know, super highly rated, probably still is, so, you know, if Celtic do come onto So Rare, you know, you've got to look out for someone like, you know, Dembele. He's obviously a long-term hold, but, like, because it's, you know, Scottish League, you can compete from a young age, like, you know, Kieran Tierney's been doing it, Frimpong's been doing it, where they can get that move. And there we go, talking about youngsters absolutely ripping it up. Leo Labada, I think he's 20, already in the Israel national team, and it's not a lot to say except for, I think it's like 40's a lot, 20 goal contributions, goals and assists, and oh god. Oh, that's actually a fun one. Alex Ferguson, back from his Rangers days. So, you know, definitely the best manager of all time. Just unfortunately in a Rangers kit, but I'm sure, you know, a couple of collectors might want that. In terms of value, I think it was about £70 to £80 a box, and just looking at them on screen, you probably don't know, but they look really high quality. There we go, there's a base card of Karamoko Dembele. You know, definitely one I'll be holding on to the future, but I'll probably hold all the Celtic cards, to be honest. Jermaine Defoe, again, unfortunately in a Rangers shirt, but, you know, basically, ooh, we got a little gold behind, we got parallel. Basically, one of the, you know, legends of the Premier League, really. And, We got a numbered Ryan Kent, 75. He is another one I despise. Like, just an absolute wanker, really. At least in my opinion, but pretty biased, aren't I? Anything I will say, I do hold my hands up when, opposition players have good performances. I always thought he was overrated, but his 2 games against Dortmund were pretty ridiculous. I still don't think he's as good as a Jota, but, who is, really, at the end of the day. Got a couple more packs to open. We've actually got fucking stuck on one here, which is embarrassing to say the least, but just got enough in there. I didn't really plan of anything to talk about, so hopefully this has gone alright. But next up, Kevin Nisbet, Logan Chalmers, Chris Kane, and a future star, Josh Doig. I actually saw someone on Instagram looking for this guy, so maybe I'll drop him a message. I'm not too protective over these cards, all the Celtic cards, they're not really for sale or leaving or giving away or whatever, but if there was a particular set of like base cards or parallels from a non-Celtic club, I'd be happy to probably ship them out if pay for the ship and whatever. I do make these promises and then everyone wants them and it's like, oh god, don't really want to do that anymore, it takes up all my time, but yeah, if you're really keen on it, we'll just see. James Tavernier, the absolute penalty merchant. Everyone really rates him, I rate him from the penalty spot, and that's all I'll say. And if you are a Rangers fan, you'll know exactly how many penalties they get, so he gets a lot of practice in as well. But, probably better than the Celtic team. If we've missed a couple now, was it? McGregor missed one in the last match, and Giakoumakis, 90th minute, last kick of the ball, Celtic win a penalty, he takes it off. I think it was this man actually, takes it off the penalty taker, Josip Juranovic. For so rare, guys, if you are looking to get a Celtic player, he's going to be one on my list for sure because he takes penalties, he takes a couple of set pieces as well. So, yeah, look out for him. But besides that, Giakoumakis took... absolute, legend of Celtic here. James Forrest, been there for about 10 years, scores in all the big games, so it's nice to see him. And another parallel. What's this? Going to be 125, is it? Yeah, 125. Not too well versed in all these parallel numberings, but you can check on the back, so that's nice and easy to see. What was I saying before Jimmy Forrest came out? Giakoumakis took the ball off our designated penalty taker in the last minute of the game to get us 3 points and missed. And it was just before I was going out on a night out, and honestly, it basically ruined my whole night out. At least ruined the first 2 hours before I got drunk because I was just so raging about everything. But yeah, there's probably some really good players in here. Like I think this Bevis Mugabe is actually quite good in the Scottish League at least, and really don't know a lot about them, so I'm not going to put too many comments out there. We've only got 3 packs left. If you have watched, if you have liked this as something different, let me know. And very open and honest. If you didn't like this at all, do let me know and just think, yeah, this was a waste of time. Because for me, it's about trying stuff new and different. Hey, Scott Brown. It's a Simply Alex channel at the end of the day. It's not the so rare Simply Alex channel. So, oh wow, you can get 2 Alan McGregors. He was or is a phenomenal goalkeeper. Probably got them stopped the 10 in a row, I'd say, as well as Neil Lennon, who did 99% of the job in my opinion. But we crack on. And we're back. Supersonic, Tommy Rogic. That is wonderful to pick up. I haven't seen any of him yet, so that's good. And another Josh Doig. And we got Parallel Lee Griffiths. So, this guy, he is, what do you say? There's a lot to say about him, basically. He was really hot form, scored those 2 goals for Scotland against England. He's just a bit of a head case. He just does some stuff, last pack now, where you really wonder what's going on in there. But scored so many goals for Celtic, really was on top form. I think like 2014 maybe is where he peaked. But, anyone that's played for Celtic and didn't leave on bad terms, even if he did stay a bit long, I don't really have hate for. So the last pack here, let's hope for something good. Hey, how they switch them around, not sure why they do that. Maybe because there's something good behind it. But, oh, Gordon Strachan! Didn't know he was in there. So that's a, ex-Celtic manager. And Ryan Porteous. So overall, that's really successful because you guaranteed 1 auto in the box, and I got probably my second favourite one that I was after. I'll button him properly after so he's not damaged, but Kyogo Furuhashi, you know, came all the way from Japan and he hit the ground running. I'll show it on here in case you can't see, but what a result. Hope everyone has enjoyed. All the best to you. Thanks a lot.